season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Jordan Elliott gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they're going to be set up with excellent field position to start the drive as that gets out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Watkins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watkins. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Elliott able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 83 yards.
And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
On first down, Watkins. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown! It's complete. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a give to Jacobs running right. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Steelers.
Back to throw. Watkins. And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
2nd and 5 now. Hurts. He's got Thompson here, complete.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
(10-6) the score after one right here on EA Sports. On first down, Hurts. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And on 4th down, Ottage, the punt team sending this one away. That's taken it around the 40. Diggs with a good footwork.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, Watkins. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
To throw on second down, Watkins. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing on third and long, Watkins.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 46.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Watkins. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Operating from the gun, Watkins.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff here to his running back. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And off comes to Cook. Shifts past him at the 45. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
They run the counter with Cook. And he gets it down to the 32.
49 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, Watkins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going
as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
Throwing after the interception. Watkins. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Joey Slye set to kick off.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Lavonte David. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive?
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
Extra point by Slye is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Watkins. Flush to his right. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
46, Mike, 46. Here we go, D.
A give. This is Cook.
Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins going deep for Hopkins. And now here's another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Basham, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. throw now for the backup Tua Tagovailoa. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. Stephon Diggs. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A 62-yard punt return. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with
To a hit, and the ball is out.
And the Bengals have recovered it.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Check 9. Check 9. Under 10. At the 60. At the 60.
Looking to throw. Watkins. This will be caught at about the 5. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
That's the end of the third quarter of play, with the score Steelers 27, Bengals 24.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here. Hurts fumbles it.
And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hurts.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Sly for the PAT.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Bengals 52, Steelers 27.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were at him. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Carlos Basham.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Trying to lay one up deep. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start with great field position. 41-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watkins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Oh, what a move. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll run with Cook, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Dalvin Cook
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. James. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
They'll look to throw again. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it go again.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Lavonte David.
And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
101 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Looking to throw. Watkins. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reese. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st down, Manning. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Tanner Muse there defensively.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on